Hello everyone. Today in today's video we are going to talk about Automata Fix. So Automata Fix is the new type of assessment included in the companies for the placement. Okay, so we can say that it is a new assessment included by companies like Cognizant. Okay, they have incorporated, and there are some more as well which are either planning or they have already implemented. Now, what is the whole sole purpose of including this automata test, and what is it? So the agenda is that they do not want to only check that whether a student or a candidate can write some code in certain language, but also they want to check the candidate's ability to debug an erroneous code and fix it. The test provides a set of programs to the candidate where they have to either debug them or write new functionalities based on the given code or functions. They actually test the candidate's skill. Now, purpose is, as I said, test skill of candidate. So why I'm telling is because it is important when you are learning a new language that you should be able to focus the type of problems which are given or which are expected you to handle after the completion of your degree, because definitely you will be sitting in placement exams. So the test skill of candidate, and the skill is tested in terms of that the candidate should be able to understand the code written by someone else. Okay, written by someone else. So this is the first skill that they are going to test. Why is it so? It is because every now and then people used to switch from one company to another company, and if suppose some application is running and somebody else has already written something, then if certain problems arises, they should understand the code written by the previous employee over there. Second one is the candidate should be able to find the bugs, and definitely if they can find it, then fix it. Okay, this is what the second ability they are looking for in terms of the skill set of the candidate. The third thing is that a candidate should be able to use code to implement some new functionality. Meaning is that if some employee or some of the team members have already written some part of code, then the candidate should be able to utilize the same already written code for implementation of new functionality. It should not happen that every time they are going to start from the scratch, then the overall expertise are not according to the required skill set. So basically 3 points are there in the automata test, automata fix questions and test. Now these are the things which probably they look in the candidate. So if you know any programming language, then you should be able to understand the code written in that language, able to find bugs and fix, and pre-written code you should be able to implement for the new functionality. Suppose there is a function or there is a class existing already, and then you can create new objects using the same class. You can utilize that pre-written function in your code later on, likewise. Now, generally the automata fix test is given with the option of the languages that user want to opt which language. So the languages are C, C++, and Java. Probably depending on the scenario, which the firm is working on, which technology or which programming language, they can give either one of them, or they can give you option whether you want to look into C, C++ or Java languages. Now let us take a look over that what are the type of questions which are asked in automata fix assessment. So type of questions. Okay, so the first type of question is logical. Second one is your compilation, and third is code reuse. So what exactly these type of question represents and what are the probable solution? So this first category of logical type of question, in these questions the candidate is required to fix logical errors. So if you have watched my previous videos or classes, the logical errors for any code or any program can be only verified with a given set of input and expected output. So the code will be given to you, the set of input and expected output is given to you, and based on the input output you need to find any type of logical errors present in the code. So here the emphasis is on logical errors. The second category is compilation, in which the candidate is required to fix the syntax without changing logic. So this is the second category of problem or question which is given for automata fix, in which once you look at the code, logically you will find it correct that given this set of input, this code should produce this output, but there would be some syntax error according to the language. If you are working with C, then some syntax error can be according to that, C++ or Java. Like you have left out a statement terminator, you have declared a long integer, and at the time of access you are simply writing %d, or variable declaration or print statement, or if you want to have that in new line and you miss that, so some kind of syntax errors will be present which are required to be fixed. These two above categories, 1 and 2, logical and compilation, these are easy for the student because they usually, when they learn the language, they learn first the logic of the programs to implement in terms of problems, and they also go through to the compilation problems while executing the code, because the compilation errors they actually see at the time of executing their codes while practice as well. But the third category, that is code reuse, it is very important and a way tough, because in this case the candidate needs to compare what he or she should be able to compare that the given code is can be utilized at what places. what are the scenario in the upcoming scenes, how I can use the same code for different functionality as well. Okay, so he needs to compare the given code and definitely reuse the existing function and reuse existing functions / code for new functionality. For that means they can write some further line of code and utilize the previously written code for performing that new functionality. So that is the introduction about the automata fixed questions. In the next video, we will look for some example sets as well with the category of logical and compilation and maybe code reuse. And in this video, that's all for now. Thank you for watching.